Be honest. How many of us made a vision board, put it on the wall, and then life said, anyways, not today. We're not doing that. We're not going to make a vision board that fills out Delulu. We're going to make a vision board that is intentional with the goals that we're trying to set for ourselves in 2026. We can't manifest blindly anymore. We need to partner with ourselves. We need to partner with our goals, and we need to work towards them. You need to be intentional with what you put on that board. Hello and welcome to This Life with Sel. My name is Selena, and today we're going to be talking about realistic vision boards. So let's throw out our delusion boards and invite our direction boards. Let's ask ourselves, why do vision boards fail? Girl, you know why? Because we chasing the aesthetic. Oh, that picture is cute. Oh, I would love to take a picture like that. But you're not connecting. How would you feel in that moment? What is pushing you to want to get to that moment? If your vision board does not have an emotional connection, you're not going to work towards it. It's just going to be some type of artwork on your wall that you forget about. And then every now and then you remember when someone points it out, like, oh, what's that? And you're like, oh, yeah, we don't need that. You need to have daily reminders. If you don't have a daily reminder or a system that's going to help you remember your vision board and goals that you're working towards your vision board, you're not going to achieve any of that. It's just going to be there. And I fall victim to this so much, which is why this year my vision board is going to be totally different. I printed out my vision board. It is on my notebook. This is my content planner book. I go open to show you my business, but it's in here. And then I glittered the back. If you want a tutorial of this, I definitely can show you how to do this. But yes, I printed mine out and I put it on my book, my content book. And one of the biggest things that I want to achieve this year is supposed to be a quarterly goal, but obviously I got to build a momentum up first. So it might ripple into my other quarters. But the goal is to achieve 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Some people's goal is 1,000, some is 10,000, whatever the case may be. Mine's is 5,000. And I feel like once I reach that goal, I'm going to feel like I did it. Me creating these videos is a prime example of how I'm working towards my vision board. If your vision board says healthy body, okay, and you have like fitness stuff on your vision board and you have meal prepping, but your fridge don't agree and your mindset don't agree, we have to be intentional. So if you want to work towards a healthier body, we need to be intentional. So that fridge, wrap it up, change that meal plan, change your grocery list, and really take a deep dive in what you want to work on. If you watched my previous video, I discussed in our life audit that all the steps that we're doing is like a domino effect, right? They're going to lay on top of each other to get us to our end goal. They all benefit each other. They are building up to your next chapter, right? So in this case, for this one, I have each corner, right? And they are specific to the goals that I'm trying to achieve on my vision board, but they all have different things that pretty much align to the bigger picture, right? I will say one of the things that I have on my vision board being a content creator. And I know, content creator, like, why is that a goal? It is a goal for me because this is something that I wanted to do for so long, but I got in my own way. And the first step on my vision board is setting up the camera, is setting up my space. See, once again, little things. So for the first 3 to 6 months of this goal on your vision board, if you want to be a content creator, it could be creating your space, right? Working on your space, building your confidence, getting comfortable speaking to technically yourself, although you want to get the message across to somebody who is looking for the answer. We're doing seasonal. So we're going to say this next chapter, which could be the next 3 to 6 months. You can focus on maybe just this year alone. Some vision boards, if I'm being honest, if you're intentional, some goals are really big and they will over time ripple over to the next couple of years, but that's a different story. That is when you're manifesting a really big goal and you're starting at zero. Like you're going to get there and it might take more than a year, but let's focus on this year. These are things that we're doing that all benefit each other, right? Because once again, it's a domino effect. Let's focus on one main identity, whether that is financial stability, whether that is health, whether that is peace, whether that is your confidence. Let that be one of your focus points. Let's focus on, you can say this chapter of my life or this season of my life, I am focusing on. And then I want you to focus on finding images that makes you feel like you are living the life that you desire or that you're reaching the goal that you really want to obtain. Not just a picture, oh, it's cute, but it's not realistic to who you are and what you want. It just matches an aesthetic that looks good to you. Looks good. Everything is not what it appears to be. Remember that. So I want you to write, this season of my life is about, and then I want you to write it out. And I know you're like, but I want to look up my pictures. Write out how you feel. Write out who you want to be, how you want to be, how you want to live, how you want to dress, all of that stuff. Just write it out. Feel it. I want you to feel it. When you feel it, then you'll be able to actually look for images that fit the person you're trying to be. On your vision board. Okay, I'm done. I want you to lead with identity first, things second. When you're creating this vision board, instead of, I want this body, because you see a picture, it looks bomb, chef's kiss, right? I want you to ask yourself these questions for more like an identity prompt to yourself, and answer these questions in order to get a better understanding of who you want to become and what you want your vision board to reflect. I want you to think, what does the woman with this body do on a daily? What is their daily system, their daily structure, their daily reminders that got them to where they are? Ask yourself that. Seriously, ask yourself that. Because the idea of it is great, but when it's time to put in the step into work, that's where you throw yourself off. Because it's going to be harder than what it appears. I want you to say to yourself, the woman I'm becoming protects her peace. I want you to say, the woman that I'm becoming does not wait to feel motivated. What I think is really important is the woman that I'm becoming, she keeps promises to herself, right? Because along the way, you're going to get sidetracked. But you have to remember that you made a promise to yourself with a goal that you're trying to fulfill. You need to keep that promise to yourself. You deserve it. Think about all the times you made promises with everyone else and you kept your word for them. But then when it comes to yourself, you're just like, oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I'll do it another day. And before you know it, time is passing. There's the one thing you can never get back. And before you know it, you're back at square one. We're not doing that. You make promises to yourself, and I want you to keep them. And this is a promise to myself, and I'm so happy that I'm keeping it. Okay, back to the program. Identity first, things second. I want you to choose 3 identity words that fits the woman you're becoming, what you want to align yourself with, and what do you want to achieve with this vision board. Now we're moving on to our next step, which is real life categories. Your vision board needs to have real life categories. We can't be out here just throwing pictures on a board. Obviously, yes, your vision board is for you to see, but you need to be able to understand it. It can't be all over the place now, baby. We're doing intentional vision boards using real categories. You need to make sections on that vision board. Everything that I'm telling you guys is what I did for my vision board. My vision board has sections, right? We have, this is my self-care, self-love section where I want to take myself on more dates. I want to do a lot of solo stuff. I just want to get to know myself more because being a mom, I feel like I lost myself along the way. And then when COVID happened, oh, I lost myself dramatically. So I just want to learn myself again, the new me, the older me, and just get to know her so that way I can love her unconditionally, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The next section that I have is my fitness, my health, wellness journey. The goal is to be more physically fit. I want to be more mentally strong and disciplined when it comes to my fitness and my eating habits. My education is very important to me. I want to finish my degree. I did take some time off when I had my daughter, and then from there I started doing online classes. So the goal is to finish it before the end of the year. The next section is my creativity, which is my YouTube, my crafting, categories that you can use, and I will put it on the board. 1 can be your health and energy. 2 can be your home and environment. 3 could be finances and stability. 4 can be your confidence and appearance. Or you gotta look good. You gotta look good. If you're working on that. Capsule wardrobe. Put that. And another category you can focus on is your emotional/mental health. You got to focus on our health. That is important. I want you to also, you know how you can put quotes on your vision board? I want you to choose quotes that really align with your goal. So instead of saying rich in what? Rich in health, right? What are you rich in? Because rich to many people means different things. Some people could be rich in life, and to them that means that they just got a roof over their head and they're not living paycheck to paycheck and they have a happy family, and others that can be a lavish, extravagant life where you just getting bottomless mimosas the moment you wake up. I don't know. But rich could mean anything. So try to be more specific to you and your needs. I personally don't say rich. I say financially calm. I want to be financially stable to the point where it's not a concern. I am not worried. I am not stressed. I'm calm, right? Now, I want you to pair each vision with a micro habit. You're like, what? Micro habit? Yes, girl, a micro habit. I want you to look at an image and already think of a micro habit for it. If I look at a gym image, I'm like, all right, I know that this image means I need to do 20 minutes of walking 3 times a week. Put a micro goal to the image. Another one can be, you have a picture of like a calm home that looks really peaceful and nice. You align 10-minute nightly reset. You want to set a micro goal to that image so you know these are the things that you have to do in order to get to the goal that you want or to maintain the goal that you achieve. We need to keep it up, baby. For confidence, an example for confidence could simply be every time you see that image, you know you need to get dressed daily, even if you work from home, just so you can feel good about yourself. Another one can be you look in the mirror and you say something nice to yourself, right? Or you boost yourself up like, yes, girl, you that. Sugar, honey, ice. Hey, I need you to boost yourself up, right? You need to look at that image and go, okay, I know that every day I need to put the effort in so that way I can feel the best version of myself, right? We got to build up that confidence. That is something that you could do. You can simply write out the image type and then the micro goal next to it. Just think of it like your checklist, your to-do list, but the vision board is the visual guide. Sometimes we need to write stuff down. Write it down inside of your journal, your binder, your daily planner. Have one page of all the things your vision board says you need to do in order to achieve the goals that you want. Where it lives matters. Where you have your vision board matters so much. My vision board last year, I'm gonna tell you where it ended up. It ended up, first it was on my work desk. I have kids, so yeah, I was trying to get it out the way so that way they won't mess it up. My daughter's very curious. And then it just ended up behind my table. All the pictures fell off because I didn't realize all this time when I was moving my table, the poor board was going through it. So where it lives, it matters. And I also want you to understand that life happens and you're going to go through some stuff and it might throw you off track, but I need you to come back to that image. My vision board this year is everywhere. It is on my notebook, my content notebook at that. So I'm seeing it every day because I need to write in this every day. I need to write a script, an idea, a short, whatever it is. I need to read this, check it, and go over my work. Another location that my vision board is on, my tablet is a wallpaper. It is the desktop or my computer background. All over. You need it. You need to see it. You need to constantly see it. You need to remember, why is it there? What is the point? I'm one of those people, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. I'm not looking for it. It needs to be in my face. Or else I'm gonna forget. You know, when a dog go through a door and it's like, I'm going through the door and I'm like, what am I doing here again? Mom brain. You know, so I need to see it so that I can stay on top of it. Same with my wardrobe. I need to see it. If I do not see it, I don't have it. And then when I remember like an item, it's like, oh my God, where is it? And then a picture pop in my head, where is that? And I can find it. But I digress. Where it lives matters. So depending on, you know, where you live at, because you might live in a shared space, might have a lot of family, you might live by yourself, have it where you can see it. If you're more private and you don't want someone to see it because, you know, you feel like people may judge you. And let's be real, some people will not understand or respect or believe that you deserve the things that you envision for yourself, right? So you might want to protect it, and that is perfectly fine. But have it in a place where you're going to see all the time. So if it's one of those cases where you want to protect it, you don't want anyone to see it, have it on the inside of a notebook, print it out, put it there. You don't have to you do the digital one and then print it. Or have it on the inside of your closet, right? You don't want no one to see it. It's on the inside of your closet. You open it up every day to get an outfit. Boom. You see it right on the door. Like, hey, baby, just have it so you can see it. Put it as your phone lock screen. Put it on your iPad, your Notion, template, everything. Whatever you have, your good notes, put it there. I want you to see it. It's very important. This is not wall art. That's what you must understand. This is just a reminder system. I need you to see it, and I need to click whatever it is in your brain to get things rolling again. Like, oh, got off track today. What is one micro action you can do to help you stay on track? Girly pops, you know how I feel about those micro actions. Get to it. Speaking of micro actions, I want you to have a daily action for it, right? I want you to look at it every day and ask yourself, what is one actionable step I can do that works or is aligned with this vision board? And it could be micro. Fitness body, put down that bag of chips, eat an apple. You know, just something tiny, but eventually it plays a role into the bigger picture. A simple daily practice you could do is look at it for 60 seconds. And then I want you to ask yourself, what would she do today? And then pick one aligned action. You got it? One, just one. And then after you do your little nice, beautiful daily routines that you're creating and micro habits, I want you to do weekly check-ins. If you like to journal, this is great. These are great prompts. If you don't like to journal, think of it as just self-reflection work, right? You want to see how you are doing. You want to see what works for you, what doesn't. So you can ask yourself, what did I do that matched the woman I'm becoming, right? That this vision board is displaying. What did you do that matched her, right? And then the second one is what didn't and why? Maybe it didn't work because it's just not aligned to who you are currently and the person that you're becoming. You're in a weird in between. Could be that you just got to work towards it more. Or maybe the why could simply just be that that is not for you and you need a new approach to reach the same goal. And maybe you set the bar too high too soon and you just can't reach it yet. You got to keep building. Okay, this section is for my Canva girlies. If you're not a Canva girly, that is fine. I still think this is very helpful for you, especially when you want to have your digital vision board like on your desktop or wallpaper, whatever the case may be, on your phone. This is very helpful. When it comes to like Canva vision boards, you don't need no paper, you don't need no newspaper. You just need Pinterest and Canva. And it makes it so easy. It's very cute, it's very fun. You can change the colors. You don't have to worry about running to the store to get a board. You literally can do everything on your computer without leaving the comfort of your house. And then as you grow, you can actually update your vision board, right? You can literally duplicate it. And every chapter, as you grow, you can just add more stuff, move stuff. What I like to do is I like to have a board where after I achieve something, I add the image there, right? So it's blank right now. At the end of the year, I can see how much I've achieved and what's left on each board, what needs more work, what I've done, what I can be grateful for, what I need to put more work towards, right? So digital girlies, Canva is your way to go. And by the way, this is not sponsored at all. This is just what I use, what I love. I use it for crafting. I use it for personal stuff. I use it for business reasons. I just use it all the time. Like, that is my baby, that and Notion. What you can do is you can open up Canva and I want you to search out vision board, right? If you're not too crafty, it's okay. Canva has the ability to provide you with like these really cute templates that's already pre-made, and you just use it, edit it, and make it worth your while. You're gonna open up Canva and you're gonna search vision board. You're gonna have a whole bunch of templates in front of you. Anyone you wanna use, you can just click on it and use. Make sure that you adjust it, you edit how you like. I want you to choose a simple layout when you're first starting. We're not gonna do cluttered, we're gonna do a simple layout. And the reason for that is because you're going to add your sections as you create it. You'll be able to add more pictures in the end, but you just want to start it where it's not cluttered so that way you can control the space and have more room and creative freedom to add more pictures to your categories. In this case, I did not use a Canva template. I did make this on Canva, but I already picked my image out way before. And another tip you could do, girlies, is layer it out on Canva how you want it to look, even if you're not going to use the Canva version, which I honestly would prefer you to, just so you can have the digital version of it. Or you can always create it, take a picture of it, and then save it. I used Canva first. I added all my images that I saved that felt right with me. And then I mapped out how I wanted it to look. So when I made my physical board, I put it exactly how my Canva looked. I knew where the placement was, how everything was going to look, where everything was going to go, what was going to fit, what wasn't going to fit. Now, what you can add, once again, you're creating sections based off your categories. You can add words of affirmation or just words that really speak to you. I want you to add images that match your season, that is going to achieve the feel that you want to feel. Not just because it looks good, but because it feels like the woman that you're becoming. And now with the Canva one, you can type out a little micro action for each, but you don't have to. With that one, once again, that's something you can write in your daily journal or something you could print out. You could type it out, print out, and then attach it to something that you can always look back at. And then you can save it as a wallpaper. You could print it out yourself. You can always go to Walmart, Walgreens, Staples, CVS. Once again, put it in a place where you can see it. It's not wall art, the daily reminder, right? Your system to get you to the goals that you have envisioned for yourself. Real talk, honestly, I want you to be kind to yourself. Be softer, be gentle with yourself. Understand that your vision board is going to play out. is going to work as long as you take the steps you need to get there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It won't ever be perfect because nothing's perfect. Perfection is just like the thing that's, sets us back, because we're just gonna over-critique everything, overthink everything, just analyze the littlest details that honestly makes us human. We're gonna chase progress over aesthetic. Literally celebrate the small achievements because those matter. Forget the aesthetic. I want you to glow from the inside out because you are living your truth. The progress is showing, it's reflecting through your skin. It is glowing. You're looking so radiant because you put in that work. You're not focused on the aesthetics. The aesthetic will come later when you achieve that goal, and it will come naturally, right? You'll take an off-guard picture one day by accident, like you're just holding your phone. Then you'll look down like, oh my gosh. Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh, that cup and plate was just placed so beautifully. Like, oh my gosh. Progress over aesthetic. Understand it's not meant to be perfect. You're just taking your time. Eventually, it will look good. Maybe it looks good and you're just a perfectionist like me and you don't see it, right? But someone else will see it. Someone else will be like, oh my gosh, that is what I want. That is the life I want, right? I mean, we're not doing that for somebody else to want the life we want. No, we want it for the life we want. But let me stay focused. I want you to understand that becoming is messy. It is so messy, okay? You're going to learn so much about yourself. You're going to go through obstacles that you're just like, I don't want to do it. But you need to reach that goal. So you have to get a little uncomfortable before you can be comfortable. Growth is challenging, but it's beautiful in the end. And if you don't know, now you know. My favorite line is, you're not behind. You are simply becoming. Because why? Because you're simply becoming. When I keep talking about our becoming journey, it's simply because this series is about us becoming the women that we picture, one step at a time. One simple, realistic, micro step at a time. And I'm truly excited because I genuinely want to hear, what do you want to achieve? Who are you now? Who do you envision yourself as? If you could comment down below your seasonal word, who are you this season? Are you more confident? Are you more peaceful? Are you more financially stable? Who is she? What is your seasonal word? I need to know, okay? Maybe we twinsies. Hey, besties. If you could share with a friend, I would greatly appreciate that. But once again, if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Girlies, I appreciate you. I love that you're here. And if you watched any of my other videos, extra loves and kisses. And if you haven't, girl, what you waiting for? Once again, you're not behind. You're simply becoming. I can't wait to speak to you guys in my next video. Every Tuesday, I will drop. I love and appreciate you, girlies. Later, love you. Bye. See you later, girlies. Bye, babes.